Local 24 forecast first from the Local 24 Storm Team, the Mid-South's most accurate forecast.
Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm meteorologist Kelsey Sandler. Tracking a little bit of a chilly start for us this morning. You may want a light jacket, but the good news is we aren't tracking any rain. Your forecast first, it is dry. It is going to be very sunny, but cool. 58 to start, 74 this afternoon. Now, there has been a change to the weekend forecast. I'll break down what you can expect coming up in a few minutes.
Live from WATN Memphis, local every day. This is Good Day Memphis at 6:30.
Harassment and threats coming into play in the race for Memphis mayor this morning. Candidate Tammy Sawyer once again the target of hate and bigotry. Thanks for joining us at 6:30. I'm Caitlin Lockerbay.
And I'm John Paul. Confederate groups coming out of the shadows once again, taking aim at the activist turned politician. The big question this morning, will their tactics derail her campaign? Local 24 News reporter Dave Detling live at Health Sciences Park. Dave, the very place that really catapulted Sawyer to stardom.
Yeah, absolutely. If you know the name Tammy Sawyer, you are familiar with Take 'em Down 901 and the fact that she was instrumental in taking down the statue of Nathan Bedford Forrest, which stood behind me. And like you said, people are coming out of the shadows showing their true nature as to how they feel about Tammy Sawyer, who is now running for mayor of Memphis. Now, let's take a look right at her official Memphis mayoral campaign page on Facebook. It is littered with racially charged posts, some of them so bad we've had to black out the words and we can't show it to you. They call her racially names Confederate 901, who we've reported on, who's held rallies in Memphis, telling people to blast her page. K-Rack Johnson posting he wants people to run her out of the state of Tennessee. And then there's Andy Devine, who's pictured with a Confederate flag saying that she accepts food stamps. These are just some of the messages received, some of the toned down ones. Now, despite the comments, Sawyer is putting these people on blast, letting others know what they're saying. Now, in response, she's taking the high road. She said this: know this, if what I've done as a community activist, a county commissioner, and a purveyor of justice for all people were not a formidable foundation to run for mayor, we wouldn't have this kind of opposition. Now, sadly, these posts come as she announced her 37th birthday, so people once again coming out trying to tarnish her name, but again, she's not letting this get to her. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Dave, obviously a heated race. She's been criticized from the very beginning. Is there any indication here that this will hurt her campaign efforts for mayor?
No, not really. You know, what she's asking people to do is stand by her. Again, she's putting these people on blast to know what she's up against. And we've actually seen people come to her side saying that in light of these hateful words, they're actually contributing to her campaign. But one thing, once again, she is taking seriously is the possible threat to her safety. But again, she will be looking over her shoulder, but she is not letting these hateful words get her down. We're live in Health Sciences Park this morning. Dave Detling, Good Day Memphis.
Well, two men are accused of bringing a cache of weapons to Kingsbury High. Daniel Allen and Bradley Perry both facing charges of bringing weapons on school property. The principal of Kingsbury High saw the two smoking on the school soccer field and apparently acting suspiciously. They had 6 knives, a box cutter, a BB gun, and nunchucks on them. SES is confirming, though, they are not students.
All right, cover the Capitol for you now at 6:33. The Senate version of the school voucher plan moves forward. This is a bit different than the House version that passed earlier this week. While both bills provide $7,300 for private school tuition, the Senate version only includes students in Shelby and Davidson County. That's Memphis and Nashville's county seat. Now, the House version also includes Hamilton and Knox counties. In the Senate version, parents could use the ESAs or vouchers for kids who are homeschooled. Not in the House version. The two versions will now go to a conference committee with hopes the differences can be hashed out.
All right, a big weekend. The NFL draft getting ready to pick back up in Nashville. Metro Police say that more than 100,000 people lined the streets of downtown Nashville. If you saw it on social media, yes. Crowds packed out there, elbow to elbow.
Seemed like a million people out there.
I know, really.
It was arm to elbow. It really was. All eyes on who was going where. Brent Ramadna has more on the buzz all about football in Music City.
Well, imagine this. More than 200,000 people packed into Broadway. Fans stretched as far as the eye could see if you were standing on the stage looking out. Now, there was music, there was dancing, and then there was the rain. The first wave hitting the moment the Arizona Cardinals went on the clock with the first pick, but that didn't stop the more than 200,000 from hanging around. The rain did continue for about an hour or so, but these fans were devoted and wanted to see who their team picked up. And those fans traveled traveling from near and far, some dressing up more than others, and some with some unique stories.
Yes, at 2017 draft in Philadelphia, I was able to call the 7th round pick for the Houston Texans.
What did that mean? I mean, to be up there.
Oh, just I thought I was gonna be nervous, but the excitement is what took over me, and I didn't stutter. I just hit it perfectly.
Now, we got downtown at about 3:30 this morning. There were still fans leaving, and after the festivities last night, there were scooters lined about a mile off Broadway. One last look, and you can see things being prepared early this morning. The second and third rounds of the draft starting today. More people expected downtown. In Nashville, Brent Ramadna, back to you.
And remember, the NFL Draft continues tonight at 6 o'clock right here on Local 24.
Following this, out of Washington this morning, North Korea billing the United States $2 million for the medical care of Otto Warmbier. He was the American college student held prisoner in North Korea. North Korea insisted the U.S. sign a pledge to pay the bill before releasing him from custody. Warmbier was comatose when he was released in 2017 and died 6 days after returning to the U.S. And our exclusive from our exclusive Local 24 Washington Bureau, it's hard at work on brand new stories for you this morning.
I'm Morgan Wright in Washington. Coming up, the story of the last person to have played in Notre Dame's cathedral. You can find that story now on the Washington, D.C. Bureau page of the website.
All right, go to our website, localmemphis.com, click the news tab, then click Washington, D.C. Bureau to get started to check out all the stories they're working on. Coming up on 6:37 now, 3 elementary students expected to be okay after a truck crashed into a crowd of kids leaving school yesterday. That crash happened around 4 at Fraser outside Cornerstone Prep's Denver campus. Investigators say that an elderly man driving east on Fraser Boulevard had a medical issue and lost control and barreled through a fence. 4 kids, 9 to 11, walking on the sidewalk were hit by the car.
It striking a vehicle slowed it down, and then it struck the kids. So I thank God that that vehicle was there. And like I said, I don't think he was traveling at excessive speed because he was in a school zone. So that also aided in the kids not receiving serious injury. So we just thank God that, nothing major happened and the kids are going to be okay.
Police say the crossing guard was helping students cross the street in the area when this all went down. Coming up on 6:38, let's get you ready for the road. Chelsea's here with a look at time-saver traffic.
All right, well, we have a couple of issues that have come into the Sonic Traffic Center this morning, so let's get straight to them. First, a new accident on the interstate, the North Leg 40 eastbound, the exit ramp to Jackson Avenue southbound. You may see some issues there. You can use a Covington Pike exit if you need to. Otherwise, I think you'll be okay. Just give yourself a little extra time. We also have an accident, Shelby Drive at Getwell. This one's been working for a while, so it should be clearing sooner rather than later. But we're not seeing any delays anymore with it. We do have an interstate closure this weekend, so that's going to be a real problem. It starts tonight, 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Monday. All of the eastern leg of 240 from 40 to 385 will be shut down in each direction. Poplar Avenue will remain open this time. The ramps obviously will be closed, but you can use White Station, Germantown Parkway. You've got Walnut Grove. All of these would be good options for you in the meantime. At least we look good so far for the most part. We're going to continue to keep an eye, though, on this morning. I'll let you know of any changes and updates with your time saver traffic.
Still to come for you on Good Day Memphis this morning at 6:38. South Memphis, one of the Bluff City's poorest parts. A look at how businesses are hoping to bring a steady cash flow its way.
Also for you this half hour, 5 years later, Flint, Michigan still without clean drinking water. A look at the progress made as people there demand action. All those stories just minutes away. First, a check of the weather. Meteorologist Chelsea Chandler's here. What are you tracking?
Well, thankfully, the cold front from yesterday is out of here, taking the rain with it. It's cooled us down a little bit, but not too bad. But I'm keeping an eye on another cold front that is bringing some changes to our weekend forecast. I'll have the details and how it can impact your plans next on Good Day Memphis.
You're watching Good Day Memphis at 6:30 with John Paul, Caitlin Lockerbie, and Local 24 Storm Team meteorologist Chelsea Chandler with the Mid-South's most accurate forecast. This is Good Day Memphis at 6:30.
All right, 6:42. So glad you're with us here on Good Day Memphis.
Thanks for waking up with us this morning. Got the giggles on a Friday. It feels good to say we are at the end of the work week. A little chilly out there to start the day, though.
Yeah, that's got me all alert, awake,
Oh, my God.
ready for the day.
Hi,
I'm just going to talk about the weather. We are seeing a nice and quiet radar right now. A clean sweep on next red 24. Thankfully, all that rain now headed to the east. It is a little bit cooler, though, because that was a cold front yesterday that brought us those showers. Our temperature is right now 12 degrees to 13 degrees cooler right now, so you're definitely going to notice it. You may even want a light jacket as we get started this morning. The good news is you definitely won't need it all day. So right now it is kind of mild, 56 degrees in Memphis, most of us in the mid-50s. So if you are getting out this morning, it is a little bit chilly, but temperatures will climb quickly because we will see a lot of sunshine today. Around 10 o'clock, 65. By noon, 70. Eventually up to the 70s, the mid-70s this afternoon. And that's where we'll find our high temperature. 74 will feel like 74. We will see a lot of sunshine. It's going to be a beautiful day, so grab your sunglasses. Rain chances less than 5%, so we're not talking about rain today, but we do have a cool breeze that's still coming in from the northwest at 10 miles an hour, so it could add a little edge to these temperatures at times. But let's talk about the change that's coming in. So we got the cold front out of here. Looked like it was going to be really perfect for the weekend. Now this cold front, we expected it to stay a little bit further north of our area. Now it looks like it's dipping a little bit further south, bringing clouds and the chance for some showers. Not a lot, but it is now present in our forecast. That'll move through, and then we'll keep an eye on the next cold front that will bring us our next weather maker next week. So let's take a look at the hour by hour. Around noon, it's sunny in the upper 60s, low 70s, so looking good. As kids come home around 3 o'clock, perfect. So get outside, take advantage of this day. It is going to be beautiful as we're in the low and mid 70s. As we get into the evening, whatever your plans are, if you have late night plans, you may want a light jacket. Skies are clear. It's going to start getting cool again overnight. We start to see some clouds coming in. Saturday morning looks fine and dry. It looks like, though, as we head into the afternoon, you may see a shower or two, maybe even a rumble of thunder. But I'm thinking most of this will move out in time for your evening plans. But overnight, we will see a little bit more rain that can potentially push through, clearing out by Sunday morning, setting us up for a clear and cool day. So we'll start off in the 40s on Sunday morning and only see our temperature reaching about 70 degrees. So as we look at your 7-day forecast, again, today is gorgeous. So enjoy it. Patio weather, grab a seat for happy hour because it is going to be very pretty. As far as tomorrow, it looks okay for the most part. We do have that 30% chance of rain. I don't think it's going to interrupt the Memphis 901 FC soccer game, though. D'Angelo Williams will be smashing the guitar, so that'll be worth getting there early. Sunday, we will see 70 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Monday, we jump right back up into the 80s, so it is going to be warm as we start off the week. But then I told you that second cold front will come through, starts to bring us rain chances Tuesday, but mainly Wednesday and Thursday, we start to see that chance for storms just in time for Memphis in May's Music Fest. So we'll keep an eye on that and keep you up to date with the latest on Twitter. Make sure you follow us at Local Memphis. All right, let's talk about the roadways. We got two issues that have come in right now to the Sonic Traffic Center. One is on the interstates. Let's get to that one first. It's on the north leg of the loop. It's at 40 eastbound and the exit at Jackson Avenue southbound. You can see, though, it's not causing any kind of problem, so I think you'll be okay. You probably shouldn't need an alternate in this case. And on the south side, the accident that's been working for a while at Shelby Drive and Getwell just started to show a few more delays again, so they must be trying to tow this out because it's been there for a while. You can use Holmes, though, as an alternate. You got Hacks Cross, some other options as well. Now, as far as an interstate closure this weekend, it's going to be a problem for you. 240 east and westbound shut down from I-40 to 385. Poplar Avenue will remain open. The ramps will not. That starts at 9 p.m. tonight till 6 a.m. Monday. You can use White Station, Germantown Parkway, Walnut Grove. We'll continue to keep an eye on it with your time saver traffic.
It's 6:46. Much more to come here on Good Day Memphis this Friday morning.
A major investment poured into Memphis's poorest community. The much-needed investment from the Bluff City's biggest businesses coming up next. You're watching Good Day Memphis.
You're watching Good Day Memphis at 6:30.
Welcome back to Good Day Memphis. It's been 5 years since news broke about the water crisis in Flint, Michigan. City officials were using the Flint River as the city's water source. The river water did not receive proper treatment, and the result was lead that leaked into the drinking water, poisoning thousands. All of these years later, the town still doesn't have clean water, and people are fed up there.
I wouldn't have to wake up in a panic wondering, oh, do I have enough water to fix dinner? And after 5 years, it's getting really old.
Some Flint residents are putting out a brand new list of demands that includes a call for all of those impacted by the Flint water crisis to receive Medicare. The city of Memphis and Shelby County joining forces to help women without a home. A new women's shelter was announced yesterday at the Joint Council and Commission meeting. A nonprofit group called Hospitality Hub taking over the empty auto inspection station in downtown Memphis. The city and county workers are working together to give the group about $500,000 this year.
Local in Memphis for you now. $1 million investment added to the efforts to turn around Memphis's poor. Zip code 38126. This is the area of South Memphis and Soulsville. Top executives from some of the city's largest employers have all joined in support of reducing poverty in that area by 5% over 5 years. With the help of 30 grant partners, the collaborative will focus on a number of improvements ranging from adult education and childhood development to entrepreneurship and employment.
And we look forward to 2020 when we celebrate our accomplishments and then carry that over to other communities and demonstrate that we can make Memphis a vibrant, strong, caring, and collaborative community.
Since 2015, the Women's Foundation has poured $4.6 million into the area, along with more than 1,000 jobs. It also increased the average household income nearly 50%.
Well, an Alabama high school coach has more sick days than he can count thanks to his coworkers. His infant daughter was diagnosed with cancer, but he still needed to work. So his wife made a plea on social media for sick day donations from other teachers. He needed 40, but he ended up with 100. Now the coach will be able to take some time off to be with his baby whenever his family needs him to. I love that story.
Coming up on 6:52. On the other side of the break, Chelsea's back with a check of the forecast.
And we have a recap of this morning's top news stories before you head out the door. Keep it here.
Local 24 is a proud supporting partner of a new watching Good Day Memphis at 6:30.
Welcome back to Good Day Memphis. Time now, 6:54.
Well, let's take a look at your top stories here on a Friday morning. We begin with the threats to Shelby County Commissioner and Memphis mayoral candidate Tammy Sawyer. The harassment she's receiving online. Confederate supporters leaving nasty comments on her Facebook page on Facebook. Some going as far as saying that she needs to be ran out of town. Those posts still on her page, reposted by Sawyer herself. She says that despite the hate messages coming her way, her campaign will still go on.
Also for you this morning, 2 men are accused of bringing a cache of weapons to Kingsbury High. Daniel Allen and Bradley Perry both facing charges of bringing weapons on school property. The principal of Kingsbury High School saw the two smoking on the school's their soccer field, acting suspiciously. They had 6 knives, a box cutter, a BB gun, and nunchucks on them, but SES does confirm that they are not students.
The Senate version of the school voucher plan moving forward with both bills providing $7,300 for private school tuition. The Senate version only includes students in Shelby and Davidson counties. In the Senate version, parents could use the ESAs or vouchers for kids who are homeschooled, not in the House version. The two versions will now go to a conference committee.
All right, getting a check of the weather here. Chelsea's got her eyes on the day ahead as we head into the weekend. Going to be a nice one, just a little cooler outside to start.
It's a little cool this morning, but we're dry and we'll stay that way throughout the day, and it'll end up being gorgeous. We're going to see sunshine all day. We start off in the 50s, so you may want a light jacket, but we will end up in the 70s with a high of about 74 degrees. So it is going to be really pleasant today, so I encourage you to take advantage of that. Our weekend forecast has changed slightly. We should stay mostly dry, but we do have some chances for some showers tomorrow, so we'll continue to keep an eye on that. Did just have a new accident that came in at Winchester and Hickory Hill. This one involving a school bus, so we're going to get some more information on that as whether kids are on the bus. Also, the third accident at Senga and Walnut Grove in as many days.
Our news continues at 7 on CW30. Join us there.
Have a good day, Memphis.
Century of Soul.